What? Oh my goodness. So I heard this clip of JD Vance giving a speech commenting on what happened in Georgia, the tragedy that happened there. And he sounds completely unhinged, all right? The fact that he would say what he said without any, self-awareness, because he comes off completely tone deaf. He's talking about, hey, listen, stricter gun laws wouldn't have changed anything, what happened in Georgia.
Clearly, strict gun laws is not the thing that is going to solve this problem.
Now, I'm very much an advocate for the Second Amendment, but not as much as some of these other nuts, right? So I want people to understand, even though I agree with that statement, that is not what you lead with, okay? That's not what you lead with when talking about a tragedy at a school where kids and parents, lost their lives, they perished. That's not what you lead with. He then goes on to say something that's even more asinine, talking about, well, it's just a fact of life that if a psycho wants to just hurt somebody, that the schools are a soft target. Like, what are you talking about, bruh?
What is going to solve this problem, and I really do believe this, is, look, I don't like this. I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life. But if you are a psycho and you want to make headlines, you realize that our schools are soft targets.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about, my guy? He's acting like what happened in Georgia was just some rando off the street who was just like, I want to hurt kids, and went to school. That's not what's happening. In the litany of cases regarding school incidents, such as what happened in Georgia, that's not what's going on. It's usually a student who commits the atrocity, like over 90%. So by him trying to make it as some random crazy psychopath, which wasn't the case and hasn't been the case since then, that is going and committing these tragedies, you're not doing anything. This isn't a win. This is an absolute L. JD Vance is a complete moron. Can we all agree to this? That even if you are a staunch Second Amendment advocate, him saying what he is saying is coming off as callous and cold. Just completely uncalculated whatsoever. Just tone deaf. Then he finishes it off by saying, oh, well, it's just a reality of life, okay? We need more security for the schools. Now, as a parent, I don't want the security, but it's a reality of life. No, it does not have to be. That's the whole point.
And we have got to bolster security at our schools so that a person who walks through the front door We've got to bolster security so that if a psycho wants to walk through the front door and kill a bunch of children, they're not able to. And again, as a parent, do I want my kids' school to have additional security? No, of course I don't. I don't want my kids to go to school in a place where they feel like you've got to have additional security, but that is increasingly the reality that we live in.
Whether you agree with as far as what the policies that Democrats have advocated for, that's a foolish statement. Well, it's just a reality of life, okay? It just is what it is. Like, it's something that we just have to live with. Right? like you were just born to be this height and it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. So be it. No, that is such just a defeatist mentality, especially when we're talking about youth, especially when we're talking about innocent children, that your whole mindset is, well, just a fact of life. It's a reality of the situation, just more security. This is almost as a brilliant take as Ben Shapiro talking about, well, just, don't commit crime. That's as simple as that. Don't steal. Just don't commit crime. And, that way you don't have to go to jail. This is like a Paris Hilton, which he was like, hey, stop being poor. This is that level of high IQ takes coming from JD Vance. That instead of focusing on, hey, why are these kids committing these tragedies? Why are they committing these atrocities against their fellow classmates? Instead, you know what? Instead of focusing on that, let's just boost our security. That's what we want to do, because we want to have our child living in freaking prisons, because that's what you'd be training them. If you're talking about as far as heavy security upon going to school, right? Then that's what you take. It's a prison. Just say it's a prison. That's what you're preparing them for. So when it happens, they do something, which is what kids do. They're going to act out. They're going to do crazy stuff because they're dumb. Brain's not fully developed. And they go to prison or they go to jail. They're going to feel right at home. that shock to their system of saying, oh, wow, this is nothing like home. This is nothing like I'm used to. That's going to be gone because they're going to be desensitized because they grew up with a security guard searching them, pocket check, tell them to cough, bend over during school. The focus needs to be on, and it's so infuriating when I hear people, especially those who are pro Second Amendment, that they constantly want to talk about mental health when it comes up that the person is white. That's first off. So there's a racial prejudice behind a lot of their concerns, behind a lot of their deflections, okay, their deflective arguments. But then there's this empty follow-up where it's like, hey, we need to focus on mental health. And then they don't talk about any policy for mental health. He was talking about, hey, what legislation, what policy can we put forward to mitigate this from happening? Well, more security. What? Like, honestly, what? That's like someone robbing a store and you going, well, you know what we can do? Just more security. How about we focus on why these people are robbing the store? Is it because they're mentally distressed? Is it because they don't have, as far as, enough money in their account? Are they limited as far as when it comes to the job market? Why are they doing this? How about that? How about we think about this? How about we show the same compassion and humanity for Americans as we do the children in Gaza, as we do the Israelis in Gaza, if you're a part of the Ben Shapiro group, okay? How about we do that to our own people, huh? To our own citizens. It's so crazy how we're so easy just to swipe these people under the rug. Like, this is a 14-year-old kid. You don't think that, maybe something's not going on. Something's not working up there. Maybe he may be going through some severe mental anxiety, some mental distress. But the problem is that when you show the same compassion to one of theirs, they don't show it to us. It goes back to the whole Paul Mooney joke, where you show the compassion, oh, this person was suffering a mental trauma, right? And then it goes to the black kid, this person's a monster, they're a violent animal, and they need to be treated and charged as an adult, right? Where you show them compassion, okay, let's see what's going on here. Because this is abnormal, completely abnormal, whereas when it comes to the black youth, oh, that's a standard, that's expected. What's abnormal is you going to school and getting an education. That's what they view as abnormal. So there's so much to unpack here. It's just, I don't know. It's just distressing when I hear such foolishness from JD Vance. Such foolishness. Oh, just do more security. It seems that they spend more time focusing on Israel and how to jerk off Netanyahu than they do focusing on actual solutions, viable solutions for Americans here, for our youth here. That is such a problem, and that needs to be corrected. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know what the other option is. I don't know. What are you going to say? Well, he's right. We need more security in the schools. Is that your solution, huh? Is that really your solution? I would think that maybe we focus on what is causing this to happen. There was a great TED Talk that talks about this epidemic that's occurring. And, I just don't think people want solutions. They don't. So, anyways, if you happen to disagree, you're more than welcome to call in during Disagreement Day. Friday through Sunday, number on screen, you call and we duke it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think. What's a viable solution to you? And subscribe and all that nonsense. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life.